what's up, people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Z. If this is the first time that you've ever seen me. So, we've made it. We have made it. We did it, Joe. We did it. We made it to the final video of the year. And I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I won't keep you here long. I won't hold you forever. First of all, let me just say, I read 144 books this year. That's the total. That's the end number for 2022. The goal was 100 books. You know, I want as many good books as possible. And I was glad I was able to, you know, supersede my numerical goal. And as far as quality, I feel like it was a good reading year. I feel like I read some really, really good books this year. I cannot do a top 10. I'm sorry. I have tried and failed. So I'm gonna go through and give you like one or two favorites from each month, and then maybe one that was like a disappointment for me and like I feel like I wasted my time. And that way we can keep it short and sweet, and we can get in this thing and we can get out that thing. Okay, so let's just get started. So for January, I read 7 books. Obviously, we all know, we know who the favorite was. We've talked about her so much this year. We've discussed her. We have talked about her. At this point, The Vanishing Half, it gave us drama. It gave us mystery. It gave us historical fiction. It gave us colorism, racism. Not that we need that, but it told us about those things. It was just, it was magnificent. It was magnificent. It's 5 stars. It was definitely hands down one of the favorites of the year. If I was to make a top 10 of the year, that would be top 10. For February, I read 9 books, and I'll show you them here on the screen. And Black Cake. It is Black Cake. What Charmaine Wilkerson did with this book, what she did with this book, just put me on the PR team. Put me on the payroll. Put me on the public relations team, because I have single-handedly catapulted that book into fame. Like, I know I have. Is it delusional for me to think that? Yes, it is, but I'm gonna think it anyway, because Charmaine Wilkerson took us here, she took us there, she took us a little bit of everywhere. Now, I'm not opposed to criticism of the book. I didn't write the damn thing, so it's like I'm not a fool. Like, I understand some people's valid criticisms when they say it was a lot and maybe it wasn't for them, but for me, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. It is a 10 out of 10. She came to win. The Red Lip Theology, that's another standout from that month. I cannot hold you. And Open Water was so good. Open Water was so poetic. Like, if you compare Open Water to a song, it's like Breakdown by Mariah Carey. Like, you call yesterday to basically say. Rainbow Milk, like, let me down. I really was hoping Rainbow Milk would have been something special for me, but it just didn't do it for me. Finding Joy was also another highlight of February. Like, see, this is why I can't do a top 10. These are the ones I read in March right here on the screen. And out of those, it's definitely, Ramadan Ramsey was a standout. I enjoyed that. Abundance, hated it. I did not like that book at all. I went directly to the bookstore. Not even a second-hand bookstore. I went and paid full brand new off the shelf price for that one, and it let me down. I'm just, I know people really love Real Life, but I did not like that book. I did not like Real Life because it's about this black college, this grad student who's going to school and all his friends and classmates are white. He's stuck in this like town, city, whatever, where it's just nothing but a bunch of white people that he goes to school with and that so he has to be friends with. And he deals with a lot of racism and microaggressions even within his friend group. And to me, it seemed like the character was written to be in the sunken place and they didn't want to get out. Like they kept going back and not defending themselves against these people, because it wasn't like they were holding you hostage. They was like classmates. And I get that sometimes you get in these places and you have to just play the game, but you don't have to hang out with these people outside of class. You don't. You don't. If you're not in class, you're not going to work, you don't have to socialize with these people. And it felt like that's what the character was written to be. Like, oh, I just have to be here with these non-black people who call me names and make racist jokes and like offend me, and I just keep going back and I keep chasing after this white boy even when I know he doesn't really like me for me and he treats me horribly. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I Wish You All the Best was just so good. I've talked about that. It was so, like, it stuck with me. Again, I Wish You All the Best was just, it was so good. In April, these are all the ones that I read here. And see, in April we really kicked it up. See, I started, it was ticking. The last time at the Golden Hotel, fantastic. The Golden Hotel, it gave us drama. It gave us family drama. It was like a soap. It was like a soap opera. A high quality soap opera. Like, that's what the people really need, and they not understanding. My lips dry, hold on. Gotta keep your lips moisturized. Can't be around here with no ashy ass cracked ass lips. 7 Days in June. 7 Days in June was a disappointment for me, and looking back, I feel like I was really harsh on that book. But I mean, if something's not for you, it's just not for you, and I'm never gonna apologize for that. But I will be rereading. I've decided I'm going to reread that because I listened to the audiobook the first time around, and throughout the year since April, I've listened to other audiobooks with that same narrator, and funny enough, I don't like those books either. So I'm thinking, no disrespect to that lady, she could be a very nice lady, I don't know her, nothing personal, but just for me, the characters that they get her to narrate for, she just doesn't embody them to me. There's somewhat of a disconnect, and it doesn't click. So I'm thinking, and if you don't listen to audiobooks, trust me when I say the narrator matters. If they don't do what they're supposed to do, it ruins the whole experience for you. It ruins the book, and I really think that's maybe what it was. Hello Sunshine, wasted my time. French Braid, wasted my time. They should put that whole book in a shredder. Lucky, Velvet Was the Night, didn't live up to the hype. In May we kept kicking it up. We kept rising to the top. 15 books. Ooh, and we started off with a horrible book. We started off with one of the worst reads I've had this year, The Other Black Girl. And I just didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. The ending pissed me off, and I feel like we did a lot of talking. There was a lot of filler, and yeah, sorry, but I'm not sorry. The Damage was cool. 800 Grapes wasted my time. Not a happy family. I don't remember that brother's name. He was like, because it was about 3 siblings whose parents end up dead and they're all the suspects. Or was it 4 siblings? I really think it was 3 though. The brother, it was so dumb, and he did everything to make a fool of himself. But it was hilarious, and I don't know if the author wrote it to be that way, but that's how I perceived it. And it brought me joy just to see him make an ass of himself page after page after page. That's why I enjoyed that book. So if you've ever read that book because I recommended it and you didn't like it, that's why I enjoyed it. That's why I liked it. It made fun of itself. And I ate it up. And allegedly, I feel like that may have been my favorite from that month. Allegedly, yeah, Tiffany D. Jackson. I think that's where she really hooked me. That's where she got me. That's where she got me. In June. In June? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about June. Let's talk about it, huh? Let's talk about June. Let's talk about the fact that June came in and said, you know what? This is what we doing. This is what we doing. We finna eat the girls up. We finna eat the girls up because in June, it was hit. It was hit after hit after hit after hit. Bad Fat Black Girl, that's a nonfiction book. I know we don't give memoirs because that's basically what it is. We don't give memoirs ratings because it's a person's life and all that. But my experience with Bad Fat Black Girl, my time reading that was a 5-star experience. Anxious People, the first book I ever read by Frederick Bachman, the man himself, who has had a hold on me ever since. Boyfriend Material, I know some people that say they didn't like that. I don't see how you didn't. I don't see how you didn't. It was humor. Top tier. Hidden Pictures, I've said my qualms with that book and I've said I still have questions I have yet to have answered. I need to have a full discussion with a group of people about Hidden Pictures because I have questions and there are things in my head where I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence about. But that last half of that book, it really just got me. I'm sorry, it's 5 stars as of now. Trusted the Kingdom was a sleeper hit, and it was just such a slow burn, and I don't like slow burns, but that, yeah, girl, you got me with that one. You got me with that one. Yinka, where's your... My girl Yink. My girl Yink. Let me tell you about Yinka. Yinka, where is your husband? I can never remember that author's name. Lizzie, I think it's Lizzie Damilola. Lizzie Damilola Blackburn? I think that's her name. Let me tell you something, Miss Lizzie. Miss Lizzie No McGuire. That book, Miss Yinka. Say it with me, class. Yinka? Yinka, I truly feel like Yinka was like a big sister. I just wanted to hug her at the end of that book. I got emotional. I did not expect to. And it was just like, she felt like a very real person to me. Something happened. I don't know. I think it's just because I know, like I have friends or family members I know that have been through some of the things that Yinka has, and I see it quite often, especially just every day in society, where women are told like, you ain't got no man, then what are you doing with your life? And like, you just being you, enjoying your career or just going to school or whatever, just enjoying you. Everything else falls aside, that you don't have your life together. And it was just something about that just really resonated, and I felt like I just wanted to hug her. And yeah, it was just such an amazing book. The guest list, horrible, hated it. Wasted my time. Definitely brought down the magicness of June. Sweetness of Water, did not like it. No, because it was not about what it told me it was going to be about, and that pissed me off. Like, don't promise me one thing and then you go and do another, because now I can't trust you. I can't trust you. You know what July said? July came in and it erased everything June had accomplished, because July said you need to be humble. July said calm down because you're on such a high horse right now. And all those 5 and 4 stars that I read in June, July came through and said, haha, I think's not. I read What Happened to the Bennetts, did not like it. I read Black Book, I did not like it. I read All Adults Here, I did not like it. More Than You Ever Know, I did not like it. Every Last Fear, it was kind of okay. This Time Tomorrow, it was kind of okay. Oh, you've made a fool of beauty with your death. You made a fool of death with your beauty. That's like the, oh, and The Change. I like The Change. The Change was cool. But other than The Change and You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty, those are like the only like really standouts. Because even Britt Marie was here. Like, I liked it. It was cool. But it wasn't nothing. Just, you know, it ain't Frederick's Best. It ain't no Anxious People. It ain't no Beartown. July was tap water. Yeah. And I definitely was looking for Fiji. August, we started off the fall right. We started off the fall right because look on the screen. Look on the screen at what the material is giving you. This is why I cannot do a top 10 because August came in and redeemed me, and it took me back to the status of June. It gave me Take My Hand, a hit. It gave me Nuclear Family, a hit. It gave me Nightcrawling, a hit. It gave me Tomorrow, a hit. It gave me Violin Conspiracy, a hit. It gave me Razorblade Tears, a hit. It gave me Homegoing, a hit. It was hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. It was just hits. Hit after hit after hit. I mean, Take My Hand is probably one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. So sad. So sad. Like, let's not get it twisted. The subject matter, it was a sad story. But it's just the fact that the way that author told that story, it was just like a sweet song. And it just, like, beautiful. Tomorrow, I've said how everything that you've heard about that book, if you hear people praising that book left and right, it deserves it. That's one of those books, it lives up to the hype. Yeah, August, when I first read that, oh my God. I feel like I just choked on air. Like, what the fuck was that? I promise I'm not lying about tomorrow. Those one of those books where it lives up to the hype. It lives up to the hype. The Violin Conspiracy, love it. Razorblade Tears is one of the best books I've ever read, and I will never stop talking about Razorblade Tears. Razorblade Tears was just wow. Counterfeit wasted my time. I just want all my time back. I still remember when I was done with that book and I was about to return it to the library, where on the Libby app, and I could see all the people waiting because it shows you who's all waiting for like their turn with the book, and it was like 108 people in line for that book, and I just wanted to call the library and ask them if I could talk to each of those 108 people and let them know you're wasting your time. Don't do this to yourself. It's not worth it. I still think about those 108 people to this day, and I want to know how they're feeling. Let's move on to September. Do you remember the very first night of September? Let me see. Upgrade, waste of my time. A Man Called Ove, I gave it 5 stars. Beartown, 5 stars. I'm glad my mom died. You know, we don't rate memoirs, but my experience with it was 5 stars. Like, I can rate my experience. Is what I can do. All the Lonely People, 5 stars. My Government Means to Kill Me, gave it 4 stars. Like, all good people here that pissed me off. That ending was so dumb. Let's see. These are all the books I read in October. The best. How Not to Drown in a Glass of Water. If this is the water, this is the water, you can't drown. Don't drown in the water. Don't drown in the water. And Cara Romero is going to tell you how to do that. Cara Romero is going to tell you how not to drown in the water. That is another character that will stay with me forever. They need to make that into a mini-series. 12 episodes. Each episode will focus on the 12 sessions that Cara Romero is in with the job counselor telling her story. And I'm talking about Emmys, Golden Globes, SAG Awards, Oscars. It's gonna be the first TV show to win an Oscar. Like, it's just so good. The Weight of Blood, gave 4.5 stars. It was so good. I've never read the original Carrie. I'm out of breath. I've never read the original Carrie, but The Weight of Blood was good to me. I enjoyed it. And Wrong Place, Wrong Time, another good one. Killers of a Certain Age, it kind of disappointed me. It didn't live up to the hype. I gave it 2.5 stars. In November, these are the ones I read. Silent Patient, standout. Things We Do in the Dark, standout. Someday Maybe, a standout. All of those are great books. Highly recommend them. Parish disappointed me so much. In December, now we've come to the end of the road. Still I can't let you go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. The Rewind. The Rewind was a cool book. Just know, going into The Rewind, that is just a very, 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 very long episode of Friends. The Measure surprised me. I enjoyed The Measure. Yes, yes, yes. Finding Me, I read Viola Davis's autobiography. Whenever she speaks, she's just the type of person you just sit there and you just listen. You just listen to her speak. And when she talked about her story, when she talked about the things that she's been through, the things that she's overcame, like the personal struggles, not even dealing with other people, but her believing in herself, and then other people telling her, you know, she's not worthy of this and that. It was sad and it was beautiful. It was happy, like getting to hear like her humor, her full personality. It was just, I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed it so much. It'll make you sad, it'll make you happy. And I just want all good things for Viola Davis. That's what I want for Miss Viola Davis, is nothing but good things. And that's it. That's my 2022 reading experience. That's all we got. Let me know down below. What do you think? What did you think about 2022 with your boy? And tell me, since I can't do it, I'm gonna depend on y'all. Tell me at least 3 of your favorite books you've read this year. I just bit my tongue. 3 of your favorite books that you read this year. Let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if we have any of the same favorites in common. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Because we're gonna go into 2023 and you wanna hang with me. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. I hope I'm not forgetting anything that I want or need to say. I don't think I am. That's it. Bye.